The season pass for 2K25 looks pretty decent, except for one thing. In this video, we're going to talk about the season pass for WWE 2K25 and my one major complaint about it. So let's start at the top, alright? First off, we got the first DLC pack, which is called the New Wave pack. Releases in May of 2025, which is 2 months after the game's release, which I'm not really keen on because 2 months, you know, could be when the game just doesn't have any content. I know they're trying to fix that with The Island and My Faction, but yeah. Alright, let's talk about it. First off, Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, the Motor City Machine Guns. Yes, that's good. That's really good. Been on TV since October, and the only other games they've been in are the TNA Impact games. So this is their first like real appearance in a wrestling game. I'm sorry, TNA Impact, to disrespect you like that, but that's just the truth. Secondly, we have Julia, the NXT Women's Champion, and I'm fine with this too because she's really great as well, so that's a good pick. Then we have Stephanie Vaquer, who is another woman in NXT that people want, so that's a good pick. And then finally, a special celebrity guest to be announced. If I had to guess who this would be, I'm gonna go with Travis Scott because he was on television and he also attacked Cody Rhodes and busted his eardrum like a fool, but that's besides the point. Travis Scott will probably be the special celebrity here, as he probably will be involved in the build of WrestleMania. Overall, a pretty good DLC pack. You know, not bad, so I'm happy with it. The second DLC pack is called the Dunk and Destruction pack, and this is where things get a bit controversial. Releases in June of 2025, we have, shockingly, Abyss. Yeah, Abyss from TNA, which I know he's in WWE. I know he's a producer in WWE, so... and they have that NXT partnership, so they could get away with this, but that's really cool because I love Abyss. He's like one of my favorites, man. That guy is awesome. I remember watching him in TNA all the time. He was there every week. It was, yeah. So I'm a huge fan of Abyss, you know, and I'm shocked that they actually included him. The second is the Great Khali, which I know there's a lot of people that dislike the Great Khali, but there's also a lot of people that like the Great Khali. I don't think he's been in a WWE game since WWE 2k16. That's probably wrong, but I'll correct it in the video. So, but yeah, it's been a long time since Khali has been in the game. So yeah. Then we get to the next pack, and this is where I'm not too thrilled, and I think a lot of people are not going to be happy. 3 NBA stars to be announced. So 3 NBA guys that, you know, this gives me that Pat McAfee vibes, and I get we get Abyss and Great Khali to offset it, but at the end of the day, I don't give a about 3 NBA stars. I really don't. I know 2K likes to include celebrities outside of the realm of wrestling, but I really don't care, unless it's like Shaquille O'Neal, Dennis Rodman, and Karl Malone, because all 3 of those guys were a part of wrestling in some way. So if those are the 3 NBA guys, then I'm cool with that. But if it's like 3 NBA modern players, unless it's like someone like LeBron or Luka, I'm not going to be too thrilled. So yeah, I think this is going to be very divisive because I really don't think like WWE 2K players give a crap about the NBA. And then you have like, and I don't even know if people are going to buy WWE 2K25 just to play as an NBA guy when they have NBA 2K25. Like, you have NBA 2K25. You just play that. You don't need to play WWE 2K25 to play as whoever in the NBA. It's just kind of a waste of a pack. Especially with, well, all right, let's talk about it. Joe Hendry did not make the cut. And this is shocking because in one of the reveals, it showed that Joe Hendry's t-shirt was in the crowd. So to me, that means this must have been an oversight. This must have been an oversight for whatever reason. And I guess it was just a fan that was wearing a shirt. But I mean, he's the TNA World Champion. He's signed to a rival company. So it's probably a lot harder to you know, get that deal done than, say, Abyss, who's already in the WWE. But yeah. Now that we're done with that pack, the third pack is called the Fearless pack. Coming out in July of 2025, the first person on this list is New Jack. Yeah, New Jack. That is wild. The only games that New Jack has been in are Backyard Wrestling. Yeah, that was a game. And those Dog Water ECW games, I think. Yeah. So yeah, New Jack is a really cool addition, but I know people don't like New Jack as a person, and I don't know. I'm just shocked that they put him in. I thought they would put in someone like Tommy Dreamer or Raven, but the fact they went with New Jack is a crazy pick. Secondly, Jordan Grace, and this was kind of obvious by the the reveal. There was a big J in the middle of the ring, and yeah, it was Jordan Grace, who recently signed with WWE back in January. So she barely made the cut, but she made the game, so that's cool. I'm fine with Jordan Grace. That's really cool. Then we get to the big one of this DLC pack, Penta. I mean, I think everyone expected Penta to be in the game as DLC, but yeah, I mean, this is probably the big one. I think Penta being in is really, really good. Like, this guy is like super over, and he's really popular and shit. So yeah, Penta being in the game is a thumbs up for me. Really happy with that. I mean, yeah. Second, and then the fourth pick we have is Bull Nakano. This was kind of obvious again by the reveal trailer. You could literally see her face in the water. But yeah, Bull Nakano being in a video game for the first time is really, really good. So I'm happy with that, you know? Very happy with Bull Nakano being in the game. No complaints. Then we have the final one, which is a special celebrity guest to be announced. If I had to guess who this is, there's only two people. IShowSpeed and KSI. Because of the Prime bottle in the reveal, this is either going to be IShowSpeed or KSI. If I had to make a guess out of these two, I would go with IShowSpeed because he appeared at the Royal Rumble. Because KSI's never made an appearance other than taking an RKO. But other than that, like, IShowSpeed to me could advertise it a lot better, you know? And I know people are going to be disliking this pack because it's like IShowSpeed. But at the end of the day, dude, like, I'm fine with it. Because IShowSpeed, I think he actually adds some sort of value, you know? The fourth pack is the Attitude Era Superstars, coming out in September of 2025. It is a pack, this is where a lot of the old school fans are going to be really thrilled with the DLC. The first one we got was D'Lo Brown, which I think the last time he was in a wrestling game was SmackDown 2 Know Your Role. Yeah, I think that was the last time that D'Lo was in a WWE game. Like, I don't really care that much about D'Lo Brown. Like, I'm sorry, I know that might be controversial, but I just never really cared that much about D'Lo. So, yeah. But there are going to be people that are going to be happy about this. That's fine. Second pack, the New Age Outlaws, Billy Gunn and Road Dogg. This might be a controversial take. I don't give a shit about Road Dogg. I don't care about the Road Dogg at all. I really don't. I've never cared for him. He's just like, he reminds me of like Enzo and Max Caster, where they're just guys with microphones that have catchphrases, you know? I don't care about, but Billy Gunn, that's cool. We get I hope we get Mr. Ass. I hope we get the Ass Man theme. That would be really sick to get the Billy Ass theme. And I'm kind of surprised because Billy Gunn is in AEW, so the fact that he made the cut is also kind of surprising, but it's fine. It's an Attitude Era pack. And they have DX, so you can finally make DX in the game. Next, we have Victoria, which, alright, I'm gonna be I'm happy for Victoria because, you know, it's cool. We get another woman. But, like, with Victoria, she was never in the Attitude Era, I don't think. I think she debuted in, like, 2002. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I think she debuted in 2002. And the last wrestling game I think she was in was SmackDown vs. Raw. So, yeah, I mean, it's cool to see her return, but, like, at the end of the day, it's, like, not really Attitude Era, but it's fine, you know? I mean, they could have gotten, well, actually, no, I was about to say Sunny, but Sunny is in jail, so, for someone, so that's not good. And finally, we get Mark Henry. Now, originally, I thought this was going to be the Hall of Pain version of Mark Henry, like the late version, but if it's the Attitude Era, we're going to be getting Sexual Chocolate, I think, which is going to be funny. But overall, it's just okay. That's it. And then we get to the final DLC pack coming out in November of 2025, which that is a long time, dude. That is like almost time for the next video game. So the fact that this is coming out that late is kind of concerning. But honestly, this is actually a really, really good pack, and I prefer it over the Attitude Era one. We'll start at the top. Jesse Ventura, the Mind Ventura. This is a big one. I don't think he's ever been in a wrestling game before. This is going to be his first one. So yeah, a legend. He was at Saturday Night's Main Event last year, and I'm fine with it, you know? This is going to be a big one for retro wrestling fans that like old stuff. So yeah. Secondly, we have Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Again, just like Jesse Ventura, he's a retro superstar. But again, like, this is way before my time as a wrestling fan. This is way before my time. So I'm not really that attached, but it is cool to see some retro guys like this. Third, Tito Santana. Yeah, that's fine. But again, way before my time, so it's like not as interesting. I remember last year they had like the Great Muta, which was cool, but which is really cool because Great Muta is awesome. But yeah, like, these guys are just way before my time. And then let's get into the fourth one, Junkyard Dog. Junkyard Dog hasn't been in a wrestling game since SVR 2006 or SVR 2007. I think it was one of those two. So yeah, and also the shitty ass Legends of WrestleMania game. And then finally, Sid Justice / Psycho Sid. Unfortunately, he passed away in 2024, I think. So this is cool to see him. But again, I would have preferred someone like Brian Pillman over like Tito Santana. That's just me, because again, the majority of this pack is way before my time, and the only one that I kind of know of is Psycho Sid Justice. So yeah, this might be a controversial take, but this is probably the pack that I least care about. But tell me, what do you think? What do you think of the DLC pack? Leave the comments down below, and who do you think is going to be the celebrity? You think it's going to be Travis Scott? Maybe Jake Paul? You know, maybe, anyways, that's about it. So yeah, bye.